Earlier this week, Boris Johnson became the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. A man who has continuously discriminated against Muslims. He's even criticised the police force for spending money on historic cases of child sex abuse, labelling it all this malarkey. He has frequently used racist language, even talked about the UK seizing control over former African colonies, and casually used phrases such as this from his 2004 campaign trail speech, where he said, "Voting Tory will cause your wife to have bigger breasts and increase your chances of owning a BMW M3. Or how about the poem released in The Spectator when Boris was editor, which read, "The Scotch, what a venomous race. It's time Hadrian's Wall was refortified, to pen them in a ghetto on the other side. The nation deserves not merely isolation, but comprehensive extermination." If this wasn't enough contempt shown to the population of Scotland, how about when he said government by a Scot is just not conceivable in the current constitutional context, and claimed that Gordon Brown suffered from a personal political disability as he was an MP from Scotland? He prides himself on being the funny buffoon, but Boris is the living proof that Westminster is an out-of-date institution clutching so dearly onto its past. In 2014, we lost the independence referendum, but that result was a chance for unionists to show why Scotland made the right decision. Since then, their whole campaign's arguments have been dismantled by themselves. From pensions to leaving the EU against our own will, they've actually been the biggest campaigners for Scottish independence, but the appointment of Boris could well be the final nail in Westminster's coffin. When it comes down to it, I support independence not for some absurd idea of Scottish exceptionalism, but because I believe our country should be a place where we can all flourish. When I compare this vision to the harsh realities of Brexit Britain and Boris Johnson as Prime Minister, we are offered a stark comparison. From the rampant xenophobia in our media and on our streets to the punitive and frankly senseless austerity pursued by the Tories, it is clear that many in the corridors of Westminster do not wish the UK to be a place where we can all flourish. We stand at a difficult time for Scotland and for our movement, but as always, we have the choice of seeing where we stand with open eyes, looking forward with hope and vision, or closing our eyes, blind to where we stand and looking back in rose-tinted nostalgia. If we are asking our fellow Scots to look forward, it is incumbent upon us to offer that hope and vision. But if we fail in this task, we cannot blame people to turning to the allure of a rose-tinted nostalgia, whether that is the nostalgia for the draconian disciplinary horrors of the Thatcher years or the great but now historic social victories of the Attlee government. But what many of us do see is independence as the key to unlocking the dreams and reality of what a truly progressive and inclusive country can look like. It's simply recognising that Scotland can be a normal country which controls its powers and gives its politics to the people, where the people's choices decide how their country is governed, rather than that of another country. It's about social justice. It's about having the opportunity to create a social situation where everyone within our society is valued and appreciated and has the chance in life which now is quite simply not possible within the United Kingdom. Locally, independence for Aberdeen has changed dramatically since Brexit. The city is forecasted to be amongst the worst hit by Brexit. Aberdeen has the opportunity to build stronger communities, a more vibrant and inclusive economy, and for our skilled workforce to create a brighter future. But this can only be achieved when we choose our own direction. And with Boris in charge, that direction will never ever be the right one. 5 years ago, I didn't actually vote yes. I was a 15-year-old boy who for the first time in my life saw politics as an opportunity to make a society where everyone was equal. Young people across this country were galvanised by a campaign that offered hope and vision. I truly believe that our key to unlocking our dream of independence is the younger people in our society. It is us young people who will live through the chaotic shambles of Brexit. It is us young people who will suffer consecutive Tory governments in this hostile United Kingdom. It is us young people that notice the callous actions of this union. It is, however, young people who favour independence for Scotland. It's young people who will unlock our dream. As a young person, Westminster isn't appealing. It seems like an archaic palace clutching too dearly onto its past. There's nothing appetising about paying £10,000 a year to attend university. There's no logical sense behind the privatisation of the NHS. We don't see immigrants as a burden on our state, and we can first-hand see the complete and utter shocking show of contempt by the UK government towards them. The idea of austerity as a sensible way of governing is just absolutely ludicrous to me. Young people are the link older generations have with the sense of progress, that each successive generation deserves a better deal than the one preceding it, and I truly believe it is young people that will win us this referendum. I am ready to vote for independence for the first time in my life, as are thousands of other young people. We want that chance and opportunity to create a country that allows everyone to flourish, and given them that chance, it is young people that will win us this referendum.